Well, I'm jumping into boxing, and I feel that I cannot announce you because you're one of the best announcers in the world. So
thank you.
I will let you do that yourself.
Well, Thomas Treiber, and I'm here in Leicester, England. Honored, as always, to be working with Frank Warren. This is now my 13th show with them. Made my debut with their company in September of last year on the Billy Joe Saunders-Willie Monroe fight over at Copper Box in London. And just, it's been a heck of a ride, and just super excited about this event this Saturday. Get an opportunity to see some of Frank Warren's young up-and-coming fighters. Dubois, big step up against Kevin Johnson. Really excited and looking forward to that one. And then, of course, a terrific main event with O'Hara Davis and Jack Catterall. And then you've got the two-time gold medalist, Nicola Adams, taking on a more experienced fighter from Mexico. So really excited about this show.
You've got to say that it's been very entertaining. There's not many shows you often go to where it's the engagement from the crowd. It's been one of the best shows I've been to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the press conference had its, you could see that there's some, animosity amongst some of the guys here that always makes it a little more interesting. But at the same time, though, it sounded like they're, being professional about it. And, boxing is mental just as much as it is physical. So, you want to get an edge any way you can in boxing. And I think we saw that here tonight. So, or this afternoon, I should say. I just flew in from the United States, so a little bit jet lagged, but nonetheless feeling great and happy to be here.
Just one more thing before you go. We've just seen the press conferences from the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. What's your thought on that fight? How do you see it going, and does it get your blood boiling?
I mean, I think it's going to be a great fight. Early in Deontay Wilder's career, I did some of his fights on ESPN, and I also had the opportunity to do a lot of Tyson Fury's fights early in his career on ITV. And I remember at that time traveling back and forth between here and the United States and thinking to myself, wow, I could see both of these guys fighting someday. And I'm just so happy it's actually happening. And it's going to be a great fight. I mean, I think Tyson Fury is, maybe better skilled. And then you've got Wilder, who's got that real good punching power. Not to say that Fury doesn't have great punching power as well, but that's certainly been Wilder's greatest attribute, is his knockout power. And if Fury's able to be elusive in there like he was against Klitschko and be able to out-punch Wilder, he could get away with a decision. I mean, anything can happen that night. So I think it's one of those fights where everybody's going to be on the edge of their seat.
Yes, let's hope the fight's as good as the press conferences.
Well, I've been traveling the last couple of days, so I didn't get to see too much footage, but I did catch a little bit of, the pushing and shoving that happened. And, look, both of these guys, there's a lot of emotion, and they're both, really good at getting under each other's skin. So that stuff's to be expected. I'm just glad nothing too ugly happened. No chairs were thrown or anything like that. So, I mean, that's to be expected, and heck, it just makes it more interesting when you see two guys who really want it like that.
Well, I'm jumping into boxing. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and have a good Saturday night.
Anytime. Thank you.